Dude, are you seriously drinking an apple teeny? What is this, girls' night out? It's time for you to man up! Comedy Time presents Man Up, Stand Up!
Explosion! Man up! Stand up! Drink a beer, shoot a deer, and punch somebody in the face. Oh yeah! Man up! That's right! Stand up! Doing push-ups, lifting weights, man up or stand up tonight. Oh, man up, stand up tonight! Yeah!
Welcome to Man Up, Stand Up, where we've got a full roster of comedy all-stars ready to knock it out of the park, and without the aid of any performance-enhancing drugs. Unless you count beer, in which case, these guys are more juice than Mark McGuire at an Orange Julius. As always, we bring you four hilarious comedians. You'll see Josh Wade, Dante, and Daniel Kinno. And to kick things off, here's some short, fast funny from Matt Knost.
I just moved into a new place. I've been living with this girl for 2 years, and I now live alone. And I think my favorite part of living alone, when I get into my shower, there's only one bottle of shampoo. Sweet. I got so sick of opening my shower curtain and bowling a strike. Like I got all 10. So good at that. I never had a lesson. Apparently just a natural. Booyah. And here's a little word of the wise, gentlemen. Don't think about throwing any of them away, even though each bottle only has this much frickin' shampoo. Because it's still worth like $27 or something ridiculous, man. That stuff is more valuable than gold. The Dow Jones is up and down. Invest in shampoo. That's my advice. I don't know. You get into my shower, there's a bottle of shampoo and a bar of soap, and that's it. And all I want is somebody to combine those two things into shampoo. That's all I want. That's all I want. A buddy of mine was like, yeah, they make that. Old Spice does. And be like, yeah, I don't want to smell like a registered sex offender, so... I'm good. The other thing that since I've noticed since I've started living alone, I eat healthier now because of her. But it happened overnight. I woke up one day, went to have my cereal, and instead of milk, there was almond milk. Have you guys ever tried that stuff? I would rather have a homeless man sneeze in my mouth. Yeah. Than ever drink another cup of that ever again. And her solution to that problem was soy milk. Fantastic. That tastes like diluted glue. Awesome.
I've never had almond milk, which is weird because when I was younger, I probably milked my almonds 3 or 4 times a day.
Ew.
What? I grew up on an almond farm. What do you think I meant? Coming up after the break, we'll introduce you to the newly single Josh Wade. You hear that, ladies? Who am I kidding? There's no ladies watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Man Up, Stand Up. Josh Wade just got dumped by his girlfriend. Don't worry, like my old man says, there's plenty of fish in the sea. You just gotta keep your rod out there. My dad has some great metaphors, so cheer up, Josh.
In terrible mood. Yeah, I just got dumped. I know, again. This time she broke up with me, she said I was too immature. Can you believe that? I'm immature? I was like, whatever, stupid ass. You're dumb. I guess I have to be immature though, because my name is Josh, which is a kid's name, right? It's true, there are no old people named Josh. Think about it, you never heard of anyone packing up the minivan and going to Grandpa Josh's house, have you? No, they don't exist. I am the oldest Josh in America. I think when your name's Josh and you turn 40, you just disappear. You just end up at some think tank with all the Trevors and Dylans, possibly a Blake. And my girlfriend and I, we got into some like weird arguments toward the end. And one time she was like, you would never go to the store and buy me maxi pads. I was like, what? I would do that. So I go, I come back, she's like, these are diapers. And then my mind turns to like the practical man side. I was like, well, can you use them or what? And she was like, no, bring them back. I was like, what are you, crazy? Bring them back? The only thing more embarrassing than buying maxi pads is returning diapers. What do you say? Like, yeah, I thought I had a kid, but apparently I have no children. We used to get in dumb fights. We used to get in a fight every time we went out to dinner because to this day, I can't figure out the gratuity on a check. I am math illiterate. And I knew I was math illiterate growing up because the covers of my math books never had math-related things on them. Right? Because if you're in a good math class, there's math stuff on your books, like numbers and symbols, a couple of Asian kids in a lab somewhere, math stuff. My books always had kids on a swing. Math for idiots. There's always stuff you wish you were doing besides math, too, like kids playing soccer, like math. Because you're dumb. I think the hardest part about breaking up, though, was finding out about it on Facebook. Isn't that the worst? It's true, because that's like a personal moment in your life, and Facebook will just tell the entire world. It's like at that point in your breakup, Facebook becomes the drunk girl at a party. It's like, hey everybody, guess who's single? I totes just found out. Thank you, Facebook, really? But it's weird. And now I'm single, and being single's, it's kind of hard. Guys, I got some advice for you, okay? If you're dating, girls hate it when you take them out and you try to have sex with them on the first date. It's true, especially when they're not looking. Like, what the hell was that? And dating is fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy being single. Your friends say weird things to you when you're single, though, right? They'll say things like, dude, you're single. You can have sex with whoever you want. Really? I'm single. I'm not Brad Pitt. I can't just walk into a bar like, you, come on. But yeah, and now I'm living in California. Came out here from New York City, which is good. I like California. Living alone, though, which is hard, because sometimes I get myself into trouble. Like the other day, I had to go to the hospital because I stabbed myself in the hand trying to open a Capri Sun. That drink should come with Band-Aids. I still drank it, though. I just started sucking it out of the bag. You ever do that? It's not even like you're drinking anymore. It's like you're breastfeeding from R2-D2. It's like, what is that? I put it down, though. I put it down. Yeah, and living alone, I've noticed, I started meeting my neighbors, which is interesting. In California, a lot of people have tattoos. And I'm a big fan of tattoos, especially if they have a story behind them. But I was talking to my neighbor, this girl, and she has a tattoo of a butterfly on her entire lower back. And I was like, so what's up with the butterfly? She was like, nothing. I just like butterflies. I was like, I like Doritos. I'm not going to tattoo them on my back. And tattoos, we're like the tattoo generation, too. And we're going to get old soon, which is kind of scary when you think about it. Like, we're going to have the most intimidating senior citizens in the world. Our nursing homes are going to look like an MMA match, for Christ's sakes. A lot of people have piercings now, too. I'm not a pierced person. I'm kind of like the clean cut look. I can't really, I don't know, putting something like that. My friend has a tongue piercing. I'm like, what? And he told me it guarantees he's going to get the ladies. Yeah. I think that only guarantees you'll never choke on a magnet. I think that's the only thing that guarantees. But people in California, people get freaked out about really obvious stuff out here, I've noticed. Because the other day, my friend called me up. He was like, hey, some guy got eaten by a shark while he was surfing. Can you believe that? I was like, yeah. That's where the friggin' sharks live. In the ocean. And they eat things like people. That's not a surprising thing. Like, I would be surprised if the guy got attacked on land. He was like, hey, did you hear some guy was at the mall and a shark friggin' right out of the Nordstrom sale rack, just bang, flipped him twice, he's dead. I'd be like, that's a good story. That doesn't happen a lot, but he's just eating people in the ocean. It seems like a day at the office for a friggin' shark. But whatevs. Girls always think I'm immature out here. Actually, you know what happened to me after a show recently? A girl came up to me, she's like, you are so immature, you're like the kind of guy that used to name his penis. I was like, used to? Perhaps you haven't met Higgins. It's my BFF.
I don't understand why sharks love eating surfers so much. I guess they just like the taste of sunblock and unemployment. When we return, we'll be flying the funny skies with my man Dante. So make sure your seats are in the full recline position, because we'll be right back. And we're back with more Man Up Stand Up. Dante hates flying, and who could blame him? $14 for a snack box? I always wanted to join the Mile High Club, but I never thought I'd be the one getting screwed.
I perform for the troops all the time. Give it up for our troops. I was performing in Japan and Korea, and I went with one of my best friends named T-Rex. We're not girlfriends. We're on like a 12-hour flight. We get on the flight. He finds his seat. I find my seat. I have 2 open seats next to me. I'm like, screw T-Rex. I'm going to go to sleep. The minute I said that, the fattest man I have ever seen in my life gets on the airplane, and he's not regular fat. He's like one of those smells like old butter fat. You know what I mean? Like little tiny hands, can eat a lot of pie, can't really wash his butt kind of fat. Like after sex, he smokes a ham kind of fat. Like if he fell down, he could rock himself to sleep trying to get up kind of fat. And he's next to me. I'm like, oh, you're gonna break my spine. Oh, bone and lung, bone and lung. And he's staring at his wife's little airline cookie most of the flight. Finally, she's like, honey, you want my airline cookie? He's like, oh, no, I couldn't. I was like, yes, you could. You can eat her cookie, my cookie on this airplane. Look, there's another airplane going by. You can eat all their cookies. If that airplane was made out of cookies, you could eat the airplane. I wasn't always this big. When were you smaller? When you were a fetus? I want you to point somebody out. Show me the flight attendant who sat you next to me on a wing seat. We've been going in circles for 5 hours. So we get to Japan. We're in Okinawa, Japan at a marine base called Camp Hansen. We're in like a, 2,000 seat theater. T-Rex is on stage. I'm the headliner. I step outside to get some air. I walk outside on this base right outside the theater. There's only one other human being out there. It's the ugliest white man I've ever seen in my life. He's not regular he's like terrible looking, like long scraggly hair, missing teeth, dirty. He is not Okinawan. He is not a Marine. I'm high on Japanese weed for the first time. I don't know if he's real. And he's not like regular white people ugly. He's like beyond that. Like, you ever go to an Indian casino and stay too late? Those kind of white people. You know what I mean? It's like 3 a.m, you've been playing some machine all night, finally you turn around, oh, geez! What, did the meth lab let their employees out early? You're quietly playing at your machine from behind you here. You got a cigarette? You're like, oh, gee, you got a tooth? Those kind of white people. This guy in Japan looks like their leader, right? He's so ugly, he's actually physically making me nervous. Like have you ever seen someone so ugly they make you nervous? One of my best friend's wives, terrible looking. Like makes me nervous every time I see her. Don't awe. Who just awed? Go to my MySpace. You'll see her. Trust me. I don't even know how he met her, but I have a theory. My theory is my friend was trying to cross a bridge, couldn't answer one of her riddles. The rest is history. So this guy's staring at me, he's making me nervous, and finally talks like, hey man, you a comedian? I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I'm a comedian. Tell me a joke or I'll kill you. I was like, what? First of all, sir, you just made me poop a little in my pants. Second of all, I'm glad you're real. And third, I'm the headliner, man. I can get you in for free. Follow me this way. And then I had to ask him, I was like, why can't you come to my show? He was like, well, I'm on the base here to put on a carnival. I was like, oh, no kidding, a carny. Why didn't I guess that? What's wrong with me? And then he offers me free ride passes for the whole week where I could ride these rides for free. I was like, no thanks, handsome, take care of yourself. Never ride a ride at a carnival, ever, ever. We have Disneyland in Los Angeles, we've got Magic Mountain. Those places have nice rides, they've been there for forever. People who fix them have suits and licenses to do this. Who fixes rides at a carnival? Carnies! 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 Don't ride them, ever. I figure if they don't have this motion down, they probably don't have this motion down. If they don't care about their face, they don't care about our lives. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. I am Dante.
Next time you're complaining about how much your job sucks, remember, at least you're not a carny. Unless you are a carny, in which case, get back to work. That puke ain't gonna clean itself. When we come back, Daniel Kinno will take us on a trip to Home Depot, which, coincidentally, is where I met my dentist. Those guys out front can do anything. Don't go anywhere. We got more Man Up, Stand Up after this. Welcome back to Man Up, Stand Up, your one-stop shop for all a man needs. Speaking of which, Daniel Kinno has a funny story about Home Depot. I hope he doesn't mean the time that I thought the men's restroom was located in the middle of aisle 9. How was I supposed to know those toilets weren't connected to anything? They looked pretty real to me.
I was watching TV all day. That's what I do. My favorite show was on MTV's Pimp My Ride. You guys watch that show? It's awesome, right? I never want to be on it, though, because every time they always take a really crappy car, and they always pimp it out, but every time they go one step too far. Right? They always put something in there that you don't need. Like, dude, we just pimped out your car, man. We put new rims on it, we painted it, and we put an aquarium in there. Really? You put an aquarium in my Civic? Yeah, man, we hooked you up. DVD player, PlayStation 2, and a waterfall. I'd be like, no! Every time I'm in traffic, I have to pee now. That sucks. They don't do that on other shows, like Extreme Makeover. That would be awesome. Lisa, we gave you liposuction, breast implants, and hooves. What? This is crap. I don't want hooves. I got a TiVo too, which is stupid because I love commercials. I learn from commercials. You know, one thing I learned is that people just lie to you all the time. Like, especially commercials for like women's products, you know? Like tampon commercials, they're just full of lies. First of all, why is the liquid always blue? That's a little misleading. And ladies, if you have blue stuff coming out of you, I don't think you should be getting a tampon, you know what I mean? I'd go find a doctor quickly. And why are all the women always so happy? That's another thing. It's that time of the month again. Ha! No. I've seen the monster. That's not it. What about something honest? What about something real for a tampon commercial? How about this? You just show a woman in a white bathing suit in the middle of the ocean surrounded by sharks. And it says, do you trust your tampon? That would be awesome. Home Depot. They lie to you too. You can do it. We can help. No, you can't. No, you can't. You ever ask somebody for help? Excuse me, do you know where I can get some nails? Sorry, dude, I only do hammers. I don't do nails. I had to go there because I moved into a new apartment and I found out I had cockroaches in my apartment. Yeah, that blew. Had to go to Home Depot, right? And it wasn't a good situation because I'm not a very masculine guy to begin with. I didn't belong there. I got stuck in line with this huge construction worker. He's buying like a ton of brick. He looks at me, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna build the house tonight. What are you getting? Just some bug spray. I have bugs. So I go home, I spray it around, and works fine. But then I'm watching the Discovery Channel where they tell me that a cockroach is the only animal in the world that will survive a nuclear war. Did you know that? I had no idea. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there freaking out going, well, what the hell is in the can of Raid? It's a little weird, don't you think? It's totally safe. Just go ahead and spray it around your living room. It's fine. It only has one component. Nuclear bomb is missing. All of a sudden, my dog is walking around with bald spots talking German to me. It's messed up. I bought a French poodle. Valentine's Day was just here. Did you guys have a good Valentine's Day? Yeah, sure you did. You guys didn't. I didn't have a good Valentine. My girlfriend dumped me a little while ago, right? So stupid. It's all right. Happens every show. Women are evil, right? It's a lot easier to go through a breakup if you're a girl, because girls have like this connection with each other that you never could possibly understand. They really, truly love one another. Like, watch girls, one of them will get down, they all come over, bring Sex in the City tapes and wine and ice cream, sit around. Oh my God, Lisa, don't even cry. You're so beautiful, and you're so smart, and you're so sexy, and you're so clever. That's awesome. You know where you get all your guy friends? Dude, screw that bitch. That's it? Tell me I'm sexy and beautiful. Come on, don't be gay. Let's go. Where are we going? I don't know. I don't miss being single, though, being in a relationship, right? The only thing that sucks now is all my friends always want to give me dating advice. That's a little rough, because all my friends are idiots. This is what I get. Dude, Kinno, you go on the date tonight? You know what you should do? You should totally pleasure yourself right before you go on the date. That way you don't think about sex, and if you do have sex, you last longer. That sounds like a really good idea on paper. The problem is if I pleasure myself right before going on a date, I don't want to go on the date anymore. I'm kind of done for the night. Screw that, I just saved $60. Come on.
Maybe it's just me, but if you're gonna name your sandwich shop after a mode of public transportation, try not to pick the one that's filled with crazy people and smells like urine. Oh wait, that's all of them. Man Up, Stand Up will be right back after this. Thanks for watching Man Up, Stand Up. Now we're not just funny, we're educational. Let's see what you've learned in the Man Up recap. Matt Knost informs us that a woman's shampoo is more valuable than gold, which makes it the perfect anniversary gift. Either that or a vacuum. Josh Wade told us the only thing more embarrassing than buying maxi pads is returning diapers. And the only thing worse than returning diapers is getting caught stealing maxi pads. Not that I know from experience or anything. Dante proved to us that you can travel the world and still never find anything uglier than a good old-fashioned American-made carny. That job isn't going anywhere, especially to the dentist. Daniel Kinno reminds us that relationships are all about compromise. She'll let you have your guys' night out if you stop sleeping with her sister. Well, that's all the manning up you need from me today. This has been Comedy Time presents Man Up, Stand Up. I'm Adam Hunter, and I'm out. Peace.